Hey guys, it is Soncerae here. I appreciate you watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Tap that notification bell so you can be part of the notification squad. All right. So, I don't do any more live streams. I know this looks like a live stream, but I'm not really live streaming. When I do live stream, I live stream on my Raising Justice channel, but I'm not in the chat. So you'll just be chit chatting with everybody else inside of the chat, not necessarily me. If you have any video topic suggestions or questions, you can email me at soncerae@gmail.com, and I appreciate that. Okay, so someone left a comment inside of my comment section. Yes, I still read the comments, but I don't answer them inside of the comment section. If I feel like it's something worth answering, I will definitely make a video about it like I'm doing right now. So the question was, boop, 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 Soncerae. I am currently on a self-love and growth journey and would like some advice if you can or have the time. How can one build up their self-worth to a point that they truly believe that they deserve good things that happen in their lives and that they're deserving of unconditional love? That is deep. That is so deep. Well, I know that for me, and let me see, this person's name is Audie Isla Angel. I don't know. Audie is an angel. People be having some interesting screen names on YouTube. So anyway, a self-love and growth journey, that is basically what you are here for in general on this planet to me. I believe that we are souls having a life experience, and when we pass away, we just graduate on to the next phase of whatever we're supposed to experience in, for that portion of our lives, We're just reborn somewhere else, not necessarily reborn to come back here, but some people might be reborn and circle back to this place. You never know. I know some people out there that believe in reincarnation. Usually because I'm Buddhist, usually if I'm talking to other Buddhist people, they believe in reincarnation. But there's a lot of things that, are a part of Buddhism that I don't necessarily apply to myself. And I think when I'm describing a religion or a spiritual practice that may be identical to what I do every day, I think Buddhism is the only thing to describe it. So sometimes I have a difficult time with telling people that I'm Buddhist because sometimes I feel like there are so many preconceived notions about Buddhists, and there are also some certain practices about Buddhism that people think I believe that I don't. But part of, my self-love and growth journey was becoming Buddhist because I was Christian before. So a lot of the things that come along with being Buddhist um, taught me to, help with self-love and growth. And one of the things that I learned in Buddhism, well, two things that are good for me that would help me like truly believe like I deserve some type of unconditional love for myself. Two things: affirmations, number one, and meditation. Okay, the one thing about affirmations is your self-talk, how you talk to yourself every day, like when you wake up in the morning and how you talk to yourself, that will like steer your day every single time. Like if you wake up and you're talking negatively to yourself, have you noticed that the day will like spiral out of control? Sometimes if you wake up that morning and the day just starts off wrong and it just spirals out of control after that. But if you wake up in the morning and maybe something bad happens and then you speak some positivity into it, it kind of turns around for the positive. And even if after that first affirmation, it doesn't do it, you kind of got to reinforce it and do a second affirmation. And it helps it improve. Some days, I'm telling you, it's going to be hard to affirm. You're going to be like, this is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. And you're not even going to want to put forth the energy to even say or do anything positive to help the day go positive. It's going to be days like that, but you have to do it because my thing is everything builds momentum. Everything is about energy. Okay. And it starts off with the affirmation. And I think the meditation is what affirms the affirmation. You see what I'm saying? Like if you say something positive and you meditate on that, it improves with time. It like builds momentum. It like builds energy. Everything is energy. At least to me, this is my philosophy on the world and what's actually been working for me. Whatever you put your energy into, whatever you keep focusing on all of the time is what escalates or what gets bigger or what grows. So if you continuously say, hey, you know what, I'm on my self-love and growth journey, there are going to be more opportunities brought into your life. You're going to attract more opportunities into your life for you to be able to display this self-love or to, help you go through this growth process that you're going through. It is just energy. It's like it'll just bring it to you. Um, Meditation, I think, was something that I had to practice because at first I would be meditating and I would just start thinking about something else. Like, and I would forget to like circle my mind back to what I was meditating on. And I don't necessarily meditate on, now I don't meditate on a specific thing. When I first started meditation, it was I had to pick a color. Like it was like, okay, the color I'm gonna pick today is white, and I'm just gonna focus on white, and I'm gonna close my eyes, and I'm just gonna picture the color white, right? And I did that at first, and once I got that down to a science, to where I could just shut off my mind and think about a color, then it was like, okay, now I can empty my mind to where I'm not thinking about nothing. Like, because once you get into the place of meditation where you're thinking about absolutely nothing, it feels amazing. So I had to do it with colors first. And then I had to do it with a scenery. Like I picked a scenery that I knew would calm me down. And it was a scenery of me being in like this field with the wind just blowing like softly and the sun is hitting my skin perfectly and I feel great. It's like a balance of just enough wind and enough sun and I feel great and I hear nothing but birds and animals and I'm chilling. Okay. That's the image that I put in my mind when I do meditation. And so first it was the colors, then it was that, then it was absolutely nothing. Like some days, if my head is hurting or if I'm going through too much, or if, it could be anything, I want to just empty my mind. And so between the affirmations and the meditation, it kind of like cleared me of any type of negativity or frustration and to where I was just living on like this bubble of like happiness for like a long time. Now don't get it twisted. It doesn't completely get rid of contrast. See, here's my thing. People think that you can affirm and be positive and meditate and focus on self-love and growth and then nothing bad happens to you. No, it's not that. It's bad stuff will happen, but the thing about it is because you're doing affirmation and meditation and you're focusing on self-love and all that stuff, when it happens, it doesn't hit you as hard. It's like, oh, this is contrast. And okay, this is going to create another desire for me or another challenge for me to have to grow. You look at it different. So you started looking at your life like, oh my God, I have like this amazing life. Here comes another opportunity for me to fix something or another opportunity for me to grow. You don't have like pity parties. And that's one thing I've noticed about people that don't have affirmations and that don't meditate. They have pity parties all the time. So, part of growing is understanding that having the pity party will actually make the situation worse. You know what I mean? So, that's just part of it. But as we're sitting here and we're talking about deserving, you said, how can I build up self-worth to the point to where I truly believe that I deserve good things happening in my life and I'm deserving of conditional love and loyalty? Well, that really has to do with your perspective of other people. See, my thing is once you realized on your own that you can unconditionally love yourself, because if you don't unconditionally love yourself, how you expected somebody else to come into your life and love you that same way? The way that you want someone to give you understanding and forgiveness and acceptance, those are things that you have to give yourself. And if you don't give yourself that, you can't expect other people to give that, nor can you expect the universe or your energy to be able to pull in the type of people that will love, accept, and forgive you and understand you. Now, at the same time, you can't rely on other people to give you those things. Because if you rely on other people to give you those things, you will be disappointed when they don't give it to you. But you have to understand that people are doing the best that they can with what they know. A lot of people just don't know better sometimes. And honestly, even if you feel like they know better, it's still something about whatever stage in life they are in to where they don't have enough information to understand um, their role in your life. You want someone to love you unconditionally. You have someone that loves you unconditionally. It's you. You deserve you. You know what I mean? You deserve you. So if you can't even do that for yourself and you're still sitting here wanting someone else to do it, you have to understand, why do you want someone else to love you unconditionally? Why do you want someone else to accept you? Why do you want someone else to understand you? Why do you want someone else to forgive you? Why are you putting all that on another human being when you could do that all for yourself? Do you feel like it's not as fulfilling because you're doing it yourself? If you think that, or if you feel that way, it's never going to be fulfilling. I don't know who said this quote, but it's a quote about being, whatever you feel is right, and whatever you feel is wrong, because it's whatever it is that you're telling yourself. I can't remember the quote. I can't remember who it was. But if you're telling yourself you're never going to be able to find someone who can love you unconditionally, you're never going to be able to find someone who's going to love you unconditionally. But at the same time, it's like, why would you want someone else to do that when you can do that for yourself? It's like, you have that. It's not something that you're lacking in. You see what I'm saying? Like, once you realize that all of the stuff that you want from other people, you actually already have it. You don't even really go and look for it in other people. And so that's when you start getting a whole nother level of freedom. When you no longer want the acceptance of others, you no longer want forgiveness. I mean, everybody wants companionship to some degree, but I'm like, yo, get a Yorkie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna be, if you don't get in a relationship with someone, or if you don't find love, or you don't get married or anything like that, you're not gonna lay down somewhere and die. But you do have to understand that the second you start accepting where you are in life, you will be able to get to wherever it is you want to be. Like, for example, for a long time, I couldn't have babies, right? My daughter's 18. Okay. I tried for years and years and years and years, and I hadn't got pregnant in 10 years. Okay. In 10 years, I hadn't got pregnant. The last time I got pregnant, I had a miscarriage 10 years ago. Right. So here I am with a 2-week old. And I think the only reason why I had him is because inside of this relationship specifically, I was like, you know what? If I have a baby, I have a baby. I'm not going to be pressed. If I don't have a baby, oh, well, we'll adopt some. I was like, it's not a big deal. I'm just going to enjoy my experience with him. And then, whatever happens, happens. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is what I was thinking. And then I got pregnant. And that's usually how it goes. Any woman who's kind of been struggling with giving birth, they turn around and they adopt children, and then right after that, they get pregnant. It's because they let go of the resistance. So if you want a person, a specific type of person who loves you unconditionally, or if you're struggling with the idea of feeling like whether you deserve something like that, I think you really need to start with the affirmations. Like, affirm to yourself. Like, if you can't even believe that yourself, that you deserve unconditional love, or you deserve, just someone to be loyal to you, you're never going to get it. So the tools would be definitely to affirm. Affirmations are definitely amazing. Like, they work wonders. Like, when people tell you you can speak life or death into your situation. Like, I really have seen that happen with my own life. So your self-talk is so important. And if you are telling yourself, if you have any doubt whatsoever in yourself or what you deserve to be getting from other people, you're gonna have a hard time, because you're gonna have a hard time. You're gonna have people in your life that don't genuinely, care for you. They might look like they do, and then, that's happened to me. I'm sure that's happened to a whole bunch of other people. I'm not telling you this because it didn't happen to me. You know what I mean? Like, it literally happened to me, to where I was like thinking someone loved me and they didn't. But I think I at some point was like, I don't know, worried. That like there must have been, and I know it was some kind of doubt there for some reason. And I don't know why, it just was. And I think, maybe with time I'll be able to figure out why I had that doubt. But for you, if you have a little bit of doubt in your mind that you don't deserve something, yeah, the universe is gonna listen, and the universe is not gonna give it to you. So you can't have that doubt. You have to know for sure. And it usually takes practice to know. It takes like you're not just gonna wake up one morning and know. It's just the affirmations help. It just builds momentum. The affirmations build it, and the meditation helps to affirm the affirmation. So you got to do both. You can't do one without the other. The positive thinking, and that's it, is not going to get you anywhere to me. Positive thinking is strong, but you have to have energy behind it. You have to have intent behind it. So if your intentions are, I'm going to get someone in my life who is loyal and unconditional, that has to be your intention, and you have to stick to it, and you can't have any doubt whatsoever that this is going to happen. Because if you doubt it, it won't happen. I promise you. Or you'll have it and then suddenly it'll start slipping away. And so the one thing that you can't do, that I do want to say specifically before I get off, and let me sip my Cavassier. That's what I call my prune juice. This prune juice. I call it Cavassier. It's a mind fuck. I'm just gonna get drunk off my Cavassier. Anyway, I like prune juice. I don't know why everybody else is having a difficult time with prune juice. I love prune juice. So anyway, if you have any doubt whatsoever, that's what it was, what I was saying, right? If you have any doubt whatsoever, it's not going to um, happen for you. And the one thing that I want you to be certain about is you cannot control others. You could possibly evoke a positive behavior out of them. You could possibly, maybe, but people want other things different from you. And sometimes, if you want a specific person to be loyal to you, if you want a specific person to, do a certain thing or behave a certain way, it could be difficult to get them to do it. You know what I mean? Because you can't control people because everybody else got free will. But you can always ask for the essence of whatever you want out of a person, and you just got to use your imagination and sit down and think positively about what it is that you want. Imagine this person being what you want, or imagine a person being what you want. It doesn't have to be that specific person specifically. You can just, conjure up the essence of what you want out of a person, and the universe will bring you a person. It'll just bring you someone. It may not bring, that specific guy, but what you'll notice is the person that the universe sends you, it'll be like a better version of that guy. It's almost like the universe, or that girl. That universe, it knows. You know, I can't explain it. I might have to do some more universe videos later. But I hope that when you're looking out into the world, you want love and acceptance from someone else, you have to realize that you have to have love and acceptance and understanding and forgiveness in regards to yourself. You got to feel that about yourself. And that's basically what self love is. And what helps with self love is affirmations and meditation. I promise you, it's like so golden. And you do those two things together, and the outcome is amazing. That's all I can really say about it. But I appreciate you listening. I don't know if that was too long-winded for you, but I try to give the best advice I can and be thorough with it. I appreciate any video topic suggestions or any questions that you may have. You can email me at soncerae@gmail.com. You can put it inside of my comment section as well. I read my comments. Just because I don't answer them there doesn't mean you won't get answered. Again, I'll probably make a video about it. So just hit me up, okay? Have vision and stay focused. Namaste.